All right, we're going to have a quick tutorial on CodeGen and what you want to do in the start page. This should be blank when you start, but you can go into the first tab, type in the team name however you want it to be showing up in the caption, type a code letter, and this is capital dependent, so if you use lowercase here, and whatever you type is what you're going to type in the code itself. So I'm just going to use N. You could use NC, you could use UNC, whatever you want. We've got a list of sports here. This time it's going to be football, and whenever you do that, the possible position abbreviations pop up. And so if you type in QB, then it will translate QB into quarterback once it comes into the code replacement. But for now, I've copied the North Carolina roster. I'm just going to paste as values. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you notice there's duplicates here. If you didn't notice there's duplicates when you go to the codes page, you'll notice the red flag, and it shows that there are duplicates. If that's the case, if you type this into code replacements in Photo Mechanic, the first one would always pop up. So in order to alleviate that, we've put a tab here that says offense and defense. You can manually type them in if you'd like to, but what this does is it reads the position and it puts in the appropriate offense or defense based on whatever it is. In some situations, you may have two offensive players, and so you would have, if this were a wide receiver, you would have it, two O's, and again, you would notice that once this updates, you'll have another situation where there's a red flag. So in that case, you may want to use A or B. We're just going to do that, and we should be good to go. So with that, the only other thing to do is that you want to download this, and you'll see this update, A and B, and the duplicates are gone. But to save this, you're going to download as tab separated value. Once you do that, what you need to do is rename this and change the ending. So what we're going to do is just call this UNC football, and TXT is what you want to do. So change it to a text file. It'll ask you if you want to actually change it to TXT, say use TXT, and then the only thing to do is to go into your Photo Mechanic. This is an image from a previous game, but we're going to go into settings and set code replacements, find the file that you just saved. There it is, and it's in there. Hit OK. So then at that point, as you should know, you can caption this with N5, and because you go like this, there's a duplicate obviously, so you could do N5O to get the wide receiver, or N5D to get the cornerback. Hopefully that's helpful. And then the only other thing that we did add is an ability to delete all the data to get back to the way it started. Use this one with care because it deletes everything on every page. If you want to delete an individual, you should see a blue arrow like this, and you can just run the script. The first time you run the script, it'll ask you to allow the script to run. Please accept yes, and then you're good to go. At this point, you're ready to do another team. You can obviously do 6 teams at once, and we'll get into some other tutorials on how to use the easiest way to use Scratchpad and some of the features that we added here in terms of how the roster will show up. So good captioning, and take care.